Hi guys, this is the Knife Guy. This is my first review and my first video on my channel as well, funny enough. I purchased a knife, surprisingly, on, what day was it? A couple of days ago. It was the Schrade Heavy Tanto, the plain scales version. It arrived in this box, you know, standard cardboard box from Henny Haynes. In the package as well, we had the issue 11 of the Henny Haynes catalogue, and I've read through this thing multiple times because there is that much gear, tools, knives, everything that I want in here. You know, oh look at that Rockstead. But there's no way I could warrant saving up and spending £1,386 English sterling pounds. But damn. Anyway, back to the knife. Yep, this knife cost me £30 in the UK. Arrived in this box. There is the item number, if my camera will focus. Come on, there we go. It is SCH301 Schrade Heavy Duty Tanto. The box is quite nice, but it is a box, so we'll throw that away and get on to the actual knife. Here it is. This is a beast of a knife, a beast of a blade, and this thing is an absolute tank. So we have got stainless steel coated with titanium, apparently. Overall length of this knife, 8 3/4 inches. Blade length, 3.5 inches. And we have got 9 CR18 MOV high carbon stainless steel for the blade, which it is quite soft, but it's easy to sharpen. And for the, you know, for the price, £30, you can't really grumble at that, considering how well built this knife is. We've got, you know, the flipper, but this thing feels like it's running on bearings. It is that smooth, you know, just literally there's no effort at all in opening that. It just rips open, and it rips open with a sound, with that attitude that a flipper should have. That lock bar really engaging, and you'll see as well with the lock bar, once again, if my camera will focus, that is not going anywhere. Look at that lock up. No blade play, solid as a rock. And I'm still in my honeymoon period with this knife. I must be flipping this 50 times a day just to try and get it as smooth as I possibly can without having to oil it. And there's no blade play on it whatsoever, and that lockup is absolutely solid. And what did surprise me as well with this knife was the fact that we've got a lock bar stabilizer in there, that little washer there. Just that little washer there, just underneath the pocket clip, just there. You don't really see those sort of features in a knife that costs £30. And what that little bolt does is, when you're unlocking the knife, like so, you can get it to that point, it won't go anymore. So there's no way of cocking up that detent. And I'm telling you now, this detent is absolutely brilliant. Just going to slowly bring the knife down. You watch how much that detent just sucks the knife in. As soon as that tip just, there you go. And it is evil. It's that evil. This knife is actually awkward to flick out from the thumb because of how much effort it takes to get that knife away from the stress on the detent in there. But I think the knife's really nice. Personally, I'd have liked, you know, an uncoated blade. I'm not really a fan of it. I think the two-tone on this blade would look nice, but £30 you can't grumble. We've got a G10 backspacer in there as well. Aggressive jimping. Good pocket clip on there. It's really a bugger to even lift up. We have a little I suppose you could call that a finger hole there. I have attempted to do the spider coat flick out with that, but that's about as far as I can get with it. If it was up, you know, by the thumb studs, be a lot better. But now this knife for the money, I'm really pleased with it. It's got a good edge on it as well. This is a piece of really thin, I suppose it's not quite as thin as found book paper, but it should, you know, it's cutting it. Let's fold it over. Yeah, it cuts paper, it's sharp. Bear in mind I haven't touched this edge up at all. This is just the standard edge that you'd get on this knife, factory edge. But yeah, there's a nice polish on the actual blade. See that polish in there. But yeah, it's a really nice knife. Really nice. Good tip on there as well. But I'm really happy with it. Honestly, I am. The only modification I had to make on it, I suppose, was I just literally loosened that pivot a tiny little bit just to get me that smoothness that I wanted on the flip, because it was, you know, it was just shooting out sort of like that, but now it rips. It absolutely rips out with dominance. But really happy, especially with Henny, because I tell you what, in the UK, this company is absolutely brilliant. The delivery is outstanding. I ordered this on the Thursday and I got it on the Friday. You know, I got back from college on the morning and it was waiting for me at my door. And the products that you get and the value for money is superb on here. Apologise about this, I did a couple of cut tests with the advertising stuff at the back, but some of the stuff you can get on here is absolutely brilliant. You know, might be £13 for that. I might consider that. Yeah. Well, that's the end of the review, guys. I hope I've not made myself look like too much of a noob. Like I say, I only know what I know from watching, you know, the other guys in the community, really. But it is a passion for me. So I hope I've done this, I suppose you could call it a budget EDC knife. I hope I've done it justice. Oh, one more thing as well. You can choke up on this really nicely. That choil in there is nice. It feels comfortable to choke up to get a precision cut on with this knife. And the bottom of it can be doubled up as a glass break, because it's a rounded point, but you know, the weight in this knife, if I had some scales, I'd weigh it off for you. But yeah, that is the Schrade heavy duty tanto. Just gonna a little bit of information just before we go, guys. I've got some other reviews coming up, some interesting stuff. Got a pocket tool there. A lot of other things coming up on the channel. I'm just trying to sort through what I've got here to review. I've got quite a lot of gear, which means, you know, I can get a good few videos on for you guys to watch. This here was the first knife I ever owned. I wrapped this myself, I sharpened it myself. It is beat to absolute shit, but it is a brilliant knife. That's my Jack Daniels lanyard there. And I tried to wrap this in the Schrade wrap, but I guess you'd call it more of a shitty zebra wrap, really. But yeah, I made my own lanyards as well. Again, off watching you guys, what you're currently doing. But I hope this has been informative for you guys, especially lads in the UK who are looking for a new knife. Thank you very much anyway. That's been the Knife Guy. Please rate, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you very much.